Good evening, everyone. So, hello again to everyone who was with me last night, and sorry mix up for the ones that didn't get to practice with me. So we will be doing glutes and core again for the people that practiced with me yesterday. If you did the Friday session live with me on Friday, it's going to be that routine again, so I hope you enjoy it. So, is everyone here? Hopefully you're all ready. We're going to come onto your mat, lying on your backs. Feet flat on the floor, knees are bent. Option to heel toe the feet out a little bit wider and allow the knees to fall in together so you're slightly knock-kneed. Bring in one hand to your chest, one hand to your belly. Eyes can be soft or eyes can be closed. Just make sure you're nice and comfy. The face is soft, the jaw is relaxed. And just allow the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Just a few of your natural breaths here. We'll be starting our practice this evening with our 3-part yogi breath. So bring your awareness to the breath flowing in and out of the nose. And then inhale to the belly. Inhale to the ribs. Inhale to the top of the chest, to the collarbone. And as you exhale, soften down through the chest, the ribs, the belly. Inhale, expand the belly, expand the rib cage. Breathe all the way up to that collarbone. And as you soften, feel that chest drop, the ribs soften, the belly drops. Inhale to the belly, the ribs, the top of the chest. And as you exhale, softening all the way down from the chest, the ribs, the belly. Just carry on in your own time. A few more rounds. And then just release the arms down by the side of your body, making sure that the feet are flat on the floor, feet about hip width apart. Let's go back to that natural breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Take a nice long inhale. As you exhale, activate the core. So think about drawing the lower ribs in, or perhaps if you're used to Pilates, you may think about scooping up and in, or zipping up and hollowing. Coming into our leg floats. On your next exhale, float the right leg off the floor, right knee roughly in line with that right hip. Slowly float that right foot down. Exhale, left foot float off the floor. Slowly float it down. Checking that that core is staying activated and the lower ribs aren't flaring out. Arms are relaxed. Left. Slowly down. Right. Slowly down. Left. Slowly down. And maybe combine that right leg float with floating the left arm off the floor, floating it back down. Left leg, right arm. Right leg, left arm. Fingers are relaxed, elbows soft. Checking that the core is still activated. Pelvis is in neutral. So try not to press the lower back down towards the floor. Let's do one more on each side. Take a nice long inhale, sigh the exhale out through the mouth. And then go back to the inhaling and exhaling through the nose. A nice long inhale. And then the next exhale, activate the core, activate the glutes, come into a low bridge. So lift the hips off the floor, about an inch, half an inch maybe. Checking that that pelvis is in neutral. Push down through both feet. Thighs are active. Check that you're not rolling onto the little toe, that big toe mound still in contact with the floor. And on your next exhale, lower the hips back down to the floor. Take a nice long inhale. Exhale, activate the core, squeeze the glutes, float the hips off the floor, low bridge, maybe a fraction higher, maybe not. Check that the glutes are on, the core's activated, weight even in both feet. Check that you're not rolling out to the outside edge of the foot. Slowly float the hands up, fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Slowly circle the wrists. Change direction. Checking that those glutes are still activated and that core. Check in with the breath. And then slowly float the arms back down. Take a nice long inhale. And as you exhale, slowly roll back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Come back to that neutral spine, pelvis in neutral. Gently hug the right knee in. And then slowly lengthen out that left leg so it's relaxing against the mat. Now flex both feet. Nice long easy inhales, nice long easy exhales. Release the right foot down towards the floor. Slowly slide that left foot in and then gently hug the left knee in towards your body. Slowly slide that right leg out nice and long. Flex both feet. And then slowly slide that right leg back in, hugging that right knee in towards the chest. Maybe rock from side to side, nice and easy. Maybe stay nice and still. And then slowly just roll to one side, crawl yourselves up, and we're going to meet in tabletop. Once you get to tabletop, just check your base. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists, knees are underneath the hips. Spine mobility, your cat-cow, working with your own range of movement and your own breath pattern. Take a nice long inhale. As you exhale, slowly curl into cat. Relax the head and neck. And as you inhale, slowly uncurl, coming into cow, checking that you're not dumping that belly down towards the floor and that you're not jutting that chin up. Exhale. And as you slowly inhale, slowly uncurl to cow. Maybe the eyes are open, maybe the eyes are closed. We've got 3 more. And as you come into your last cat, really relax the head and neck, hold it here, push down through the hands so you really feel those arms working. Hold it here, nice easy inhales and exhales. Inhale, slowly uncurl, nice and slow. And think about pulling that mat back and pushing the chest through, checking that you're not allowing that belly to drop down too much. Check that you're not jutting that chin up. And then release, come to tabletop. Maybe give the hands a shake. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists, knees underneath the hips, pelvis in neutral. Shoulder blades are in neutral on the back of your rib cage. Activate the core, so draw the lower ribs in. And then from here, activate the right glute, float that right knee off the floor, flex the foot. Check that the hips are level, pelvis in neutral. Either stay here with the leg bent or extend that right leg out nice and long. Check that the ribs aren't flaring out, the lower ribs. Nice long easy inhales, nice long easy exhales. And then just look down at your elbow creases. Are they facing the front end of the mat? Are your shoulders still stacked over the wrists? Is that right glute still activated? And is the core still activated? Slowly bend that right knee, and as you exhale, allow that right knee to lower all the way down, and then gently bring that knee in towards your body. Try not to round the spine too much. Right knee back towards the left knee. Right knee in towards the chest. Slowly bring it back. Slowly bring the knee in towards the chest. Right knee back to left. Right knee, bring it in, hold it here. And then step that right foot in between the hands. Slowly come all the way up to your kneeling lunge. Push down for that right foot. Push down for the top of the left foot. Pelvis in neutral. Shoulder rolls. Maybe do one arm at a time, or maybe do both, whichever feels comfortable for you. Checking that those shoulder blades are moving. One more each side. And then soften all the way back down. Place the hands on the floor, come back to tabletop. I'm going to repeat that on the left side. Checking your base. Shoulder blades in neutral, pelvis in neutral, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Activate the core. Squeeze the left glute. Float that left knee off the floor. Flex that left foot. Hold it here. Either stay here or lengthen out that left leg. Foot is flexed. Hips are level. And then just check your base. Just bring your awareness to the shoulders over the wrists, elbow creases facing the front end of the mat, hips are level, glutes activated, core is on. Check in with the breath. Is it nice and easy? Bend that left knee. Slowly start to lower the knee down. And then gently bring that knee in towards the body. Try not to round the spine too much. Left knee back to the right knee. Left knee in. Left knee back to the right knee. Left knee in. Left knee back. Left knee in. Hold it here. And then slowly step that left foot in between the hands. Slowly come all the way up to your kneeling lunge, your kneeling crescent. Push down through that left foot. Push down through the top of the right foot. And then slowly bring that right arm up. Lower it down. Bring the left arm up. Shoulder high. Toy soldiers. Slow and controlled. Fingers can be relaxed. Elbow can be soft. And then bring your awareness to your shoulder blades. Check that that pelvis is still in neutral. Check that the core is still activated. And then just release the hands, hinge forward, place the hands on the floor, shift the weight to that left foot. You're going to step the right foot forward, halfway lift with a hip hinge, checking that you're not jutting that chin out. Bring the hands to the hips, keep the back nice and long. Core is activated, push down through both feet, slowly come all the way up to standing. Activate the glutes, extend the hips, release the arms. Bring the hands back to the hips. Take a nice long breath in. As you exhale, hip hinge, halfway lift. Checking that that spine's staying nice and long, that you're bending those knees. And as you inhale, slowly come all the way up. Push down through both feet. Core is activated. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Exhale, hip hinge, halfway lift. Keep that spine nice and long, looking down towards the floor. Check that that neck's in line with the rest of the spine. And you're going to inhale all the way up. Exhale, hip hinge, halfway. Inhale, up. Exhale, hip hinge, halfway. Inhale, up. Release the hands, float the arms out and up. Fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Activate the core, push the weight down even through both feet. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, side bend to the left. And your little side bend. Inhale up, exhale, side bend right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, slowly bring the hands all the way down through to heart center. Shift the weight onto that left leg and then slowly step the right foot back, coming into crescent. So you're on the balls of your right foot. Left knee is bent, roughly in line with that left ankle. Check that that pelvis is in neutral. Activate the core. Right glute is on. Either keep the hands here or extend the arms up, fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, open all the way out and soften down into warrior two. And then just check your base. Left knee is in line with the left ankle. Outside edge of the right foot's in contact with the floor. So you're rooting down through both feet, rising up through the crown of the head. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. And just gaze out straight ahead rather than down at the fingers. Core's activated. Squeeze those seat bones to activate the glutes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down to warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, slowly swivel round back to crescent. Take a nice deep breath in. Slowly bring the hands down through to heart center. Shift the weight forward onto that left leg. Step forward. Come on. Just lightly onto the right toes, or maybe float the right toes off the floor. And then release the right foot down towards the floor. Step that left foot back, coming into crescent, checking your base, right knee's bent on the ball of the left foot, pelvis in neutral, shoulders stacked over the hips. Hands can stay at heart or float the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen, and as you exhale, open all the way out to warrior two. Check your base, shoulders, hips, glutes are activated, core is on, crown of the head towards the ceiling, looking out towards the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. And inhale, swivel that back foot round, coming back to your crescent, option to wobble. And slowly bring the hands down through to heart. Push down through that right foot. Shift the weight forward slightly. Step forward. Maybe the toes are on the mat. Maybe the toes are floating off the mat. And then slowly release the left foot down. Feet about hip width apart. Take a nice deep breath in. Float the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Arms can stay nice and long, or you can bring them down through to heart center. Hip hinge all the way down to the floor. Keep that spine nice and long. Allow the hips to float back. Bend in those knees. Place the hands on the floor. Step that right foot back. Then step that left foot back. Lengthen out that left leg so it's behind you. Check that the shoulders are over the wrists. Pelvis in neutral. Left leg is nice and long. You're on the tips of the left toe. Squeeze the left glute. Float the left leg off the floor. The top of the right foot in contact with the mat. Option to extend that right arm out nice and long. Maybe float the fingertips off the floor. Maybe float the hand off the floor. Going for length rather than height. Left glutes on. Core is activated. Neck is in line with the rest of the spine. And then just bring your awareness back to the breath. Bring the right hand back down to the floor. Step that left foot forward in between the hands. Place the left hand, left hip. And then it's a nice easy rotation round to the left. Allow that right ear to drop down towards that right shoulder. Staying here, broad across the collarbone. Checking in with the breath. And on your next exhale, just crawl yourself all the way back to tabletop. Checking your base. Check the wrists creases. Check that shoulders are over the wrists, knees under the hips. Pelvis in neutral, shoulder blades are neutral on the back of the rib cage. Extend that right leg out nice and long. Activate the core, activate that right glute. Bring that right leg up. Check that the hips are level. Maybe float the fingertips and extend that arm. Maybe float the fingertips off the floor. Maybe float that arm up a little bit higher. Or maybe just keep the right hand underneath that right shoulder. And just checking with the breath. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. Slowly bend that right knee, step it forward in between the hands. Right hand, right hip. Nice easy rotation towards the right. Allow that left ear drop down towards that left shoulder. Open out the chest. And look down between the foot and your hand. Place the right hand down. Step the left foot hip width apart in line with the right foot. Halfway lift with a hip hinge. Take a nice deep breath in. Slowly come all the way up to standing. Fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lengthen. And as you exhale, side bend left. Checking that the weight's even on both feet. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Hips are level. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. And as you exhale, slowly bring the hands down through to heart center. Slowly step that right foot back, coming into your crescent on the ball of the right foot. Left knee is bent. Pelvis is in neutral. Hands can stay at heart, or you can extend the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Inhale, lengthen the left leg. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent. Hold it here. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, open out to warrior two. Check your base. Pelvis in neutral, glutes are on, quads activated, shoulders stacked over the hips. Gaze forward to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften down. Hold it here. Right hand catch that right hip. And then just release the left arm down towards that left knee. Stay here. And then side bend over to the left just slightly. And then lengthen out that left leg. We're coming into a modified triangle. So the left hand can just be on the outside edge of the left knee or resting on that left knee. And then slowly, if it feels comfortable for you, reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then release the left ear down towards that left shoulder so the head's nice and relaxed. And either just gaze down at the floor in front of you, or maybe down at the mat, whichever feels comfortable for that neck. Hold it here. And on your next exhale, soften that left knee. Slowly come back to your warrior two. Inhale, swivel that back foot round, coming into your crescent. Holding your crescent. Exhale, hands come down through to heart center. Shift the weight forward onto that left foot. We'll be stepping forward. The option is to come into a single leg standing balance, or maybe tops of the toes on the mat, or the tops of the toes floating off the mat. Your choice. Holding it here. Focus on one spot. That core is still activated. And release that right leg down, feet hip width apart. Stepping that left leg back. Set your base for your crescent. Right knee bent on the balls of the left foot. Pelvis in neutral. Core is activated. Left glute is on. Hands can stay at heart or float the fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crescent. Hold it here. Inhale, lengthen. And as you exhale, open out to your warrior two. Checking your base. Shoulders are over the hips. Crown of the head towards the ceiling. Rooting down through both feet. Outside edge of that left foot is in contact with the floor. Gazing out to the side, so straight ahead, not down at the fingers. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior two. Modified triangle. Left hand, left hip. Release the right hand down towards that right knee. Side bend to the right. Relax that right ear towards the right shoulder. Lengthen out that right leg. Right hand can be rested by that right kneecap or on the outside. And if it feels comfortable, you can reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Modified triangle. Check that the head and neck are nice and relaxed. Exhale, soften that right knee. Slowly come back to warrior two. As you slowly come all the way back to crescent. Checking that pelvis is neutral, left glute on, core is activated. Exhale, bring the hands down through to heart center. Shift the weight forward to right leg, stepping forward into your single leg balance. So the left leg can be elevated, or you can have the left toes touching lightly on the mat, or left toes floating just above the mat. Your choice. And release the left foot down. Feet hip width apart, release the hands. Inhale, float the arms out and up, fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Hip hinge with the arms long or the hands come through to heart center. Hips are floating back, you're bending the knees, lovely long spine. Check that you're not jutting that chin out. Place both hands on the floor, left knee comes back. Bring that right leg back, lengthen out that leg behind you. Check that the shoulders are over the wrists, elbow creases towards the front end of the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Activate the core, pelvis in neutral. Bring that right foot off the floor. Hold it here. Flex that foot. Maybe keep the left hand underneath that left shoulder, or maybe float that arm forward on the fingertips, or maybe the fingertips float off the floor, or lengthen out that arm. Then from here, you will bend that right knee, bring it in towards the body, left elbow, left hip. Slowly lengthen out, flex the foot, hold it here. Exhale, knee to body, elbow to hip. Slowly lengthen out. Exhale, knee in, elbow to hip. Slowly lengthen out, hold it. Exhale, knee in, elbow to hip. Slowly lengthen out, hold it here. Place the left hand underneath the left elbow. Step that right foot, so slowly bend that right knee, step it in between the hands. Check in that that left shoulder is in line with that left wrist. Placing the hand on that right hip, right hand, right hip. Easy rotation to the right. Relax the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Either keep the hand on that right hip or maybe reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling, leaning back into that left shoulder blade. Head and neck nice and relaxed. Nice easy breaths. Right hand catches the right hip. Gaze down towards that left hand. Slowly start to bring that right leg back. Modified side plank. We're going to layer up slowly. Right leg is long, right foot is flat on the floor. Check that the shoulders are over the wrists. Activate the core, activate the glutes, hip extension. Stay here, or maybe float the right arm up so it lengthens out, fingertips towards the ceiling. Keep holding it here for a couple of breaths. If that feels comfortable, maybe start to float that right foot, maybe the toe touch the floor. Flex that foot, keep looking down towards the left hand. Next exhale, lower the right foot down, bring the right hand down, right knee, right hip, tabletop. Cross the feet over at the ankles, slowly walk all the way back onto both seat bones, extend the legs out long, flex the feet, heels just onto the outside edges of the mat. Core is activated to help with the upward lift of the spine, so you sit up nice and tall, weight even on both seat bones. Crown of the head towards the ceiling, hands at heart. Connect the thumbs to the heartbeat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate round to the right, just a small range of movement. Inhale, left. Exhale, slowly come round to the right. Movements from that mid-back, slowly to the left. Slowly come round to the right. Check that the core is still activated. Coming slowly round to the left. Right. Left. Right. Left. One more each side. Come back to center. Release the hands. Bend the knees, feet flat on the floor, modified boat. Activate the core, come back. Option to keep one foot on the floor and elevate my right leg. We're going to hold it for 6 breaths, so you can do 3 breaths with one foot, 3 with the other. Or if you're feeling strong, you can bring both feet off the floor. Hands can be behind the thighs, hands can be through at heart, or you can extend the arms out. So inhale for 2. Inhale for 3, for doing one leg at a time, slowly swap legs. Inhale 4. Inhale 5. Inhale 6. Float one foot down, the other foot, cross the ankles, slowly come all the way back up to tabletop. From here, check your base, pelvis in neutral, shoulders over the hip. Check the elbow creases. Shoulder blades are in neutral. With that core activated, extend that left leg out. Activate the left glute, float the left foot off the floor. Left foot flex. Maybe extend the right arm out, or the right hand can stay underneath the shoulder. Maybe lift the fingertips off the floor, maybe bring the arm up a little bit higher. Holding it here. And then exhale, right elbow, right hip. Tuck the left knee in. Slowly lengthen. Exhale, tuck that left knee in. Elbow to hip, lengthen out. Exhale, left knee, tuck it in. Right elbow, right hip. Slowly lengthen out. Exhale, left knee in, elbow to hip, slowly lengthen out. If I'm counting correctly, we've got 2 more. Elbow to hip, tuck that knee, slowly lengthen out, hold it. Last one. And then slowly lengthen out, hold it here. And here, place the right hand down. In. Right shoulder over the right elbow. Left hand, left hip. Easy rotation. Relax the right ear down towards that right shoulder. Maybe stay here or maybe lengthen out the left arm, fingertips towards the ceiling, leaning back into the right shoulder blade. And then just check in with the breath. Inhales and exhales should be nice and easy, nice and warm. Left hand, left hip. Layering up our modified side plank. So knee should be roughly underneath that hip. Check that that shoulder, right wrist. Slowly start to bring that left leg back, lengthen that left leg out, left foot on the floor. Gaze down at the right hand. Activate the core, activate the glutes. We find the hips will extend. Maybe keep the hand on the hip, maybe lengthen out that arm, fingertips towards the ceiling. Couple of breaths here. And then slowly, if it feels comfortable, start to float that left leg off the floor, flex the foot. Glutes are on, core is on. Check in with the breath. If the breath isn't nice and easy, just maybe bring that foot back down towards the floor. On your next exhale, float the left foot down, then bring the left hand down. And then from here, float the left knee down, cross the feet over at the ankle. Slowly walk the hands back. Sitting down on both seat bones, extend the legs out nice and long. Flex the feet, core is on, crown of the head towards the ceiling, hands apart. Inhale to lengthen. Small range of movement. Inhale. The movement's coming from that mid-back, thoracic spine. Right. Inhale, left, slowly. Slowly exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. Both feet are flexed. Inhale, left. Exhale, right. One more each side. Left. Then right. And then from here, release the hands, bend the knees, feet flat on the floor. Your option from here is to do one foot at a time and coming into our leg flutters, or you can float both feet off the floor, that core is activated, and then slowly tap the right toe down, the left toe down, fingertips point straight ahead. Option to keep one foot on the floor the whole time, alternate legs. Keep it slow and controlled. Check in with the breath. Rest if you need to. Two more if you can, each leg, but if you can't, just rest. And then slowly release the legs. Your option, if you've got a pillar or a block, you can either sit on that pillar if you need to raise the hips, coming into bound angle. You can stay sitting up nice and tall, or you can soften forward, elbows on the knees, or you can just stay here with your hands on your feet. Take a few deep breaths here. Eyes can be open or closed. And then from here, come to an easy cross-legged. You can still sit on your cushion or your block. Release the hands to the floor. Sweep the right arm up, fingers up towards the ceiling. Side bend over to the left, open out the right side of the body. Relax the left ear down towards that left shoulder. Just gaze out to the front or just gaze down at the mat. Inhale, lengthen, center, release the right hand. Lengthen the spine, lengthen that left arm, fingers up towards the ceiling, side bend over to the right. Release the right ear down towards that right shoulder. And slowly release. Coming into a nice easy forward fold, you can stay sitting on your blanket cushion block, keeping the knees nice and soft, or you can bring your cushion or your block, whichever you prefer, underneath the knees. Sit up nice and tall, check that the weight's even on both seat bones, and just soften forward. Eyes can be open or eyes can be closed. Nice long easy inhales, nice long easy exhales. Two more breaths here. Last breath. Slowly come all the way up. Bring the fingertips behind you. Just open out that chest. And slowly release. Coming down to the floor. I'm going to do a recline twist. Down and either use your block, rest, or you can use your cushion. You can rest your knee on it or your feet, or you can use both. So when you're ready, you're going to slowly, perhaps put your socks back on like I am. To the floor, feet flat on the floor, knees are bent. Maybe grab a drink before you come down as well. And once you're lying here, just check that that pelvis is in neutral, so that lower back's not pushing down towards the floor, it's not overly arched. Feet back, hip width apart. Activate the core, activate the glutes. Coming into your low bridge. Arms can be here, or you can extend the arms up towards the ceiling, or maybe soften the arms back down behind you. You can soften the elbows and bend the elbows or keep the arms nice and long. Check that that pelvis is in neutral. Check that the glutes are on and the core. Weight even through both feet. Making sure you're not rolling onto that little toe side of the foot, the outside edge of the foot, that the big toe mount in contact with the foot. Slowly release the hips down towards the floor. Float the arms up so the fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. Flex both hands. Bring the left fingers towards the right fingers and slowly stretch out the right wrist, the right forearm. Checking that the pelvis is in neutral, so that lower back's not touching the floor or not overly arched. Release the right fingertips, keep both hands flexed. Right fingertips towards the left fingertips, stretching out that left wrist, left forearm. Slowly bring the palms together, interlace the fingers. It's like a fist. Slowly circle out the wrists. You can bend the elbows a little bit more so the arms are close. Hands are closer to your body. Change direction. And then slowly float the arms back down towards your side. Hug that right knee in, flex the foot. Slowly extend that left leg out nice and long, flex both feet. Upper body is relaxed. Check that you're not jutting that chin up, that you've got length in the back of the neck, so you're on the back of the head, not the crown of the head. Coming into your reclined spinal twist, remember you can use your block or your cushion. Slowly use the hands to bring that right knee over to the left. Right foot can rest on that right leg or rest it on the cushion. And then the hands can stay in contact with the body, or you can release the arms out long. Maybe the arms are up in line with the shoulders. See if you can keep the back of the right shoulder in contact with the floor. And just keep that head in neutral so that head's nice and relaxed. Soften the gaze and close the eyes. The breath is nice and steady, nice and easy. And then very slowly come all the way back up. Float that right foot to the floor. Slowly slide that left foot back in. Hug that left knee in slowly towards the chest. Slowly slide that right leg out nice and long. Flex both feet. And then if you use your block or cushion on the other side, grab it for this side. And then very slowly use your hands to guide that left knee over. Maybe the left foot's on that right thigh. You can tilt it up at an angle. Hands can stay in contact with the leg. Maybe just relax the arms down to the floor, or maybe bring the arms up, palms face up, arms at shoulder height if that feels comfortable. Head and neck nice and relaxed. And go back to the nice long easy inhales, nice long easy exhales. And just from those fingers, they're out extended. And then very, very slowly come all the way back to center. Place the feet flat on the floor. And then very slowly lengthen out both legs. Flex the feet. And then slowly, if it feels comfortable on your shoulders, extend the arms above your head, full body stretch. Nice long stretch, feet are flexed, the toes point up towards the ceiling. And then slowly point those toes. And then release the arms. Coming into Shavasana, final relaxation. You can stay here and maybe bring the feet a little bit wider into corpse pose and let the toes fall out to the side. Lengthen out the arms down by the sides of your body. Just bring them away from the body a little bit. The palms face into the ceiling. If this feels uncomfortable for your back, you have the option of curling up to one side using the pillar, or maybe using your arms as a pillar in the fetal position. Or maybe both knees are bent, the feet flat on the floor. Or maybe the knees fall in together. Your choice. Whichever feels comfortable for you. Get nice and comfy. The jaw is relaxed. The tongue, allow it to fall from the roof of the mouth. Soften the face and the space between your eyebrows. The forehead is soft. Allow the backs of the arms to melt down into the mat and the floor. The backs of the shoulders. The fingers are soft. Soften the chest, the ribs, the belly. Relax the muscles from the hips, down the thighs to the knees down to the ankles. Relax the tops of the feet and the toes. Relax the muscles of the back of the hips, the glutes, all the way down to the knees, the back of the knees, the calves, the bottom of the feet. Just allow the body to be heavy, melting down into the mat and the earth below. The breath is soft and easy. The eyes are closed. Just allow the body, the central nervous system, to absorb your practice. Just resting here. So really start to bring your awareness back to the breath. Bring your awareness to the belly and the chest, rising and falling with each breath. Maybe stay still, or maybe gently wiggle the fingers, maybe wiggle the toes. Very slowly start to bend and slide that right foot in. Start to bend with that left leg, slide that left foot in. Maybe stay here, maybe gently hug one leg in, and then gently hug the other leg in. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side, or maybe stay nice and still. Keeping the eyes closed, just gently roll to whichever side feels comfortable for you. Slowly bring yourself all the way up. Maybe sitting on the pillow, maybe sitting on your block. Get there, check that the weight's even on both seat bones. Crown of the head towards the ceiling. A lovely long spine. Hands can be on the knees, palms down or palms facing up, maybe on the feet. And bring the awareness back to the breath. The air flowing in, the air flowing out. Slowly bring the hands together into heart center. Inhale, float the arms out and up, fingertips up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, slowly bring the palms together, lower the hands down through to heart center. 2 more. Inhale, arms out and up. And as you exhale, slowly lower the hands down through to heart center. Nice long easy exhale all the way down. Allow the thumbs to connect to the heartbeat. Take a nice long inhale. Sigh the exhale out through the mouth. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find peace within. From my heart to yours, thank you. Slowly start to blink the eyes open. Thank you very much for joining me this evening and allow me to guide you through your practice. Have a lovely Christmas. Please stay safe. If you have any questions, please type them in here in the right hand side. You can email me. And then hopefully I will see you Sunday, the 27th of December at 10 o'clock for our sun salutations. We're going to do modified with our hip hinges. So have a lovely Christmas. See you soon. Stay safe. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you, everyone. Is there any questions? You all okay? So if you're on your own at Christmas and you're feeling a bit lonely, you can drop me an email and I'll check my phones. But thank you very much. Bye. Good night.